Another great week.
Another amazing week of football, man. And you know what it is? I feel like every primetime game has been game of the year caliber. It's just, ooh, it's just so good, man. So good. But hey, I mean, I guess we can speed through the games that matter. Cause I got a lot to say. Yeah,
Yeah, that Sunday night game, we're definitely gonna get into it.
Man, let's start off with the Packers last night. The Packers last night, Aaron Rodgers, he was in full effect. He's back.
We don't get a yo
That's,
from Juice.
oh yeah, yeah. How could I
Juice
forget?
is Juice finally. Juice is not sad anymore, y'all.
How could I forget? How could I possibly forget? Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou. We back here with another show for y'all, man. You know what we here to do?
Week 2.
Week 2, man. Let's go ahead and let's dive into it. Let's waste no time, man. Let's start, like I said, with Green Bay last night. Aaron Rodgers, he told the fans to relax. I got this. I'm back. I'm here. It was pretty close starting off with the Lions, and then I guess second half they turned it up. Aaron Jones went crazy with 4 touchdowns. He did his thing. Yeah, what you got to say about that?
I mean, I expected this. I think what did he throw? I think it was 22 for 27, 4 touchdowns. I mean,
yeah,
he's gonna bounce back after every bad game. And of course, Detroit, they gave him some problems in the first half, but they went 21-0 in the second half. So they really locked in on defense, especially Jared Goff. He had a great first half, 10 for 13, 168 yards, a touchdown in the first half. So I think the Lions, they're definitely competing this year. So whatever their coach has them doing, it definitely works. Is what is working so far. But they still don't have the talent like the other teams in the league yet.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. And the thing is, the Lions were looking good until it started raining. When it started raining, that was it.
They do play inside, so
we'll call it Zach Wilson, 4 picks. First 2 throws were picks. Sheesh, that's tough.
Shout out to Pat's fantasy defense, man.
Shout out to them, man. The defending champs, Tampa Bay, they were low key in a shootout with the Falcons until those back-to-back pick sixes by the same person. That's tough. That's tough, man.
Ball got batted twice though.
Yeah, it did. It was pretty unfortunate.
Tom Brady, MVP really leading candidate right now.
You can say that. You can have. I say Tom Brady 1, Kyler 2. I've got to say 3. You already know who that is. Raiders, Steelers 2-0. All the Steelers fans last week. Oh, don't worry, Ravens fans. We'll beat them for you. Okay. Shout out game, man. Shout out game.
That was a good game, though.
It was.
Najee got his first touchdown of the year.
He did.
You think the Raiders playoff contenders?
It seems like their schedule after, like they play the Dolphins next. We don't know what's up with Tua. He went down.
Winnable game for them.
Yeah, it's definitely winnable. It's a winnable game against the Chargers, week 4. It's winnable. Bears winnable, depending on their QB situation. So they haven't. Then the Broncos, it's winnable. They got a chance to go on a little streak right now. They can go on a little streak
for sure.
I think they can make a run. I think they can make a low key run if everybody stay healthy and do what they keep doing. Like if Henry Ruggs is still like They
Uh-huh.
could do something. I say they can go like 9-7, squeeze in the playoffs. I said 9-7,
17.
9-8. Yeah, 9-8 and squeeze in the playoffs. Maybe 10-7, squeeze in the playoffs. Hey, who knows? Who knows? Speaking of Tua, Bills completely
Routed them.
obliterated. Completely obliterated,
Yeah,
man.
routed them.
It was pretty bad. I thought it was gonna be a good game. I thought it was, but that's tough.
I didn't even know Jacoby Brissett was the backup in
I had
Miami
no idea.
because
I had no
they
idea.
lost Ryan Fitzpatrick. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that. But speaking of the Ryan Fitzpatrick, the football team, they got their
uh,
first win Thursday night with
they
Heineke
did.
at
And a
quarterback.
nail biter. He was looking good. Heineke was looking good.
You think he
That's
should be the
tough.
starter the rest of the season?
1,000%. 1,000%. They would have won week one with if Heineke played. Honestly,
Mm,
I think they would have
yeah.
won week one if Heineke played.
Daniel
Um,
Jones though, he's having an impressive year so far. How do
nah,
you feel? How do you feel about Daniel Jones? He hasn't. I don't think he threw a no. He didn't throw a pick last game. 22 for 32, almost 250 yards, 9 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown.
yeah,
He's playing. He's playing pretty good right now. They just have no
yes,
win columns. They have
he
no
is.
wins in the column.
It's just the fact that they've played back to back. Let me see. It's the fact that they've played back to back good defenses. That's really it. That's really it. Receivers dropped the ball. I think the Giants win if
Yeah,
they got
yeah, for
two
sure.
drop touchdowns. They got
Yeah,
two drop
that was
touchdowns. I think
bad.
they win that game. I think they win that game if they catch that. But
That was definitely
he
bad.
is looking good. He's looking good. I'll give it to him. Especially in the NFC East. I mean, this year looks like they're going to come alive. Looks like they're coming alive this year. Hey, Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, they not looking too bad. They can
They just
maybe take the
lost.
Eagles somewhere. I mean, it was a one possession game, and it was back and forth. It was against the really good Niners defense. So,
Right.
but the Giants, I mean, the football team, they're gonna make a run. Dak is healthy. The Cowboys looking good. They can make a run. But yeah, that's really it
Just
for
beat the
that game.
Chargers
They did just beat the
2017.
Chargers. They did just beat the
Um,
Chargers, man. That was
Zeke picked up his
in
first
LA's
touchdown.
open. Yeah, in LA's home opener or new stadium opener. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for
Zeke
sure.
came alive. Zeke came alive. He
And Tony
did.
Pollard, 100 rushing yards,
Yeah,
109 rushing yards.
he came
Their
alive too.
backup
I was
running back.
shocked. I was shocked. He came alive too. What you call? What's next? Browns and a nail biter with the Texans. Eee,
People were
eee.
saying the Browns would have lost if Tyrod never got hurt.
If Tyra don't get hurt, I think they win.
Tyrod exited the
I think
game
they
in the
win.
second quarter with a hamstring injury. At that point, he was throwing 11 for 13, a touchdown,
Yeah, they was
and a
doing their
rushing
thing, bro.
touchdown. So the Texans are playing well. He's doubtful for next week though. It doesn't seem like
Mm,
he's gonna play. Actually, threw 10 for 11, 125 yards, but
yeah.
and a rushing touchdown. But the Texans, they're playing well as a unit, even without Deshaun Watson. Who knows that situation? He's still in trade talks, of course. Miami would really use him right now if
Mm-hmm.
Tua can't play, but who knows if he'll be able to get traded this year, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Colts Rams. We talked about this wideout earlier. Cooper Cup had himself a day.
A
13 was it
day,
13 or 14 catches? He had 163 yards through the air though.
two
Caught
touchdowns.
passes, 2 touchdowns. Daryl Henderson, he had 13 carries, 53 yards, a touchdown. He did leave early in the fourth though with a injury. Yeah, Cooper Cup 9 catches, 163 yards. And
Mm.
also the Carson Wentz went down late in that game. in the fourth quarter after Aaron Donald. I think he's listed with ankle sprains. I think he sprained both his ankles, I think, which is not that good.
It's terrible.
But that's what happens when a beast like Aaron Donald is chasing you. The
Yeah,
Rams, you feel like they're the most balanced team in the NFL right now?
for sure. For sure.
You still got them out the NFC?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. That's the closest thing to beating the Bucs.
They play the Bucs
Two
next week.
two top 5 defenses, top 3 probably against against 2 top 3 offense. Like this tough. That's tough, bro.
Now the Bucs did put Sean Buntley Murphy on IR, and they are in talks now with Richard Sherman.
They are. I saw that.
I think
I
Richard
saw that.
Sherman will fit their scheme though, because if he just plays deep zones, I think he'll be all right because they already got young athletic corners anyways. So they just really need him to be like almost like a patrol safety out there playing defensive back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really like the Rams' hot start. I think they can run the table after the Bucs. Honestly, I don't their division is probably the best of division. So the only losses I really see them getting is like division losses.
Yeah. But
But
I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm not sold on the Cardinals at all. Last
all
week
right,
he Kyler had himself a day, but it was because of the defense. The defense was doing their thing. Okay, almost 300 yards passing on the and 4 TDs and a pick, but the defense set the majority of that up. This week, man, I ain't seen no Vikings post on Instagram. I was scrolling through my Instagram. Where the Vikings post at? All I saw was Arizona. That's all I saw, man. You think it's a blowout? They won by 1 point.
kicker missed a 37-yard field goal.
They could have lost.
Oh my god.
They were this close to losing, bro. And I never seen no Vikings highlights.
They got down 21-7 very quickly. But of course,
Man,
Kyler and them, people have him in an MVP race as well. Like you said,
it's like this every year.
he had total 400 yards and total 4 TDs against the Vikings. So he hit the baby Yoda pose too in the end zone.
Man,
But
like I said, you would have thought it was a blowout the way they was posting up, the way they was showing and making it seem. Man, listen, Dalvin Cook did his thing. Dalvin Cook came out, he did his thing, 22 carries, 131 yards. The receiving core, they did their thing. The Vikings should have won this game. I'll be honest with you. You don't miss a 30. You don't miss that. You don't miss that. Like, let's be real here. Man, come on now.
One last game before we talk about the game of the week. How do you feel about the Titans? They walked into Seattle. King Henry had 260 total yards. He actually was catching some passes. And
I don't know
finished
who had
with
the better
3
week.
touchdowns. And they pulled it off in an overtime win against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. They were down 30-16, and they kept giving Henry the ball. So they really still, of course, you're going to believe in the rushing leader from last year who got you 2,000 yards. Ryan Tannehill, he didn't throw a pick, 27 for 40, 347 yards. Like we talked about, Derrick Henry, 182 on the ground and 55 catching the ball. Russell Wilson, he didn't play that bad himself. Had no picks, 22 for 31, 343 games. This game could have easily went either way, but in the end, King Henry, he showed up and dominated.
Who had the better week, Henry or Aaron Jones?
Henry.
Mm.
Henry had like 260 total yards, 3 touchdowns, had more carries, of course. Aaron Jones had 60 rushing yards and like 50 reception yards with 4 touchdowns. I mean, Henry was one short of a touchdown.
Yeah.
Henry really gave the Titans to win. Like he really
Oh,
pulled through
1,000%.
in the second half. Because in the
1,000%.
first half he was kind of stopped. He was locked up
Yeah,
to be true.
for
But
sure. So he did all that in a half? Crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy. But listen, Derrick Henry is a beast. We've been knew this already. And it's like all it takes is one run to break off. And then
it's
the rest of the
just
game is just
crazy
done.
how big he is and how fast he can just move.
And this man is like 6'4". He's that tall. Running, it doesn't even look like he's running fast, but he is. I'm just like, yo, how do y'all not? I'm watching from home. I'm saying, I'm like, yo, how y'all not catching him? And then I actually realized how fast he actually is. I'm just like, fam.
And he has the stiff arm ability with him. This is crazy.
Hey, them stiff arm
But
drills work.
I know what y'all all been waiting for. The
Let me
Kansas
lock in.
City Chiefs versus the Ravens Sunday night game. And
Let me lock in.
you go ahead, man. I mean, this your
Actually, nah, I kind
home
of want you to
squad.
go first. I want you to go first.
Okay, well, my insights. I mean, Chiefs had them.
Mhm.
What was the most y'all were down? Maybe 14 at one point.
Mhm.
I don't think it ever got 20 plus, but I think it was 35-21 at one point. And
Nah, it was 11. It was 11. We were down 11.
oh, it was 35-24.
Yeah.
So y'all came back, obviously, won 36-35. Mahomes, he didn't play bad himself. He was really passing the rock to everybody. Almost, what is this? 10 receivers caught a ball from Mahomes. That's insane. Tyreek Hill
Tyler was locked
was
up.
shadowed by. Come on, he got shadowed by almost three people every down.
Man, you gotta do
Travis
what you gotta do,
Kelce, I
man.
knew he would have a big day. 7 catches, 109 yards, a touchdown.
Mhm.
Um, Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, an interception, 24 for 31, 343 yards passing. Lamar, 18 for 26, 239 yards, touchdown, and 2 picks. Now, I'll say this. If Tyrann Mathieu was still out with COVID, y'all probably win the game in the 40s, like 40-30.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 drives that were stopped by Tyrann Mathieu. And we know how good he is, even though we saw what happened in the Super Bowl. Brady torched him up. But, yeah, this was his first game of the season off the COVID list, and he played really well in that first half, of course, got the 2 interceptions. Lamar also ran for 16 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think this was a very great win for Ravens. I mean, you saw how excited they were winning the game. It's like they almost won the Super Bowl or the conference championship game. I mean, I understand people have been saying like, oh, they really didn't believe they could beat the Chiefs, but I feel like it wasn't even that. I feel like they just got a burden off the media that they finally did something they haven't done. They haven't beat the Chiefs since 2012. That was a stat. And guess who was in the arena and retired in 2012? Ray Lewis. So I think that energy spark that they got from him as well, being there in the arena, and y'all were able to control the tempo at the end of the game. Y'all didn't let them get too out of hand, like throwing the ball around. And like I said, containing Tyreek Hill was the biggest part of that. But this was definitely a morale boost. Y'all play the Lions next week. Y'all should be able to beat them. But I wouldn't get too ahead of myself if I was the Ravens. But I think Lamar and Coach Harbaugh, they definitely can keep the locker room steadied and focus on week by week. But this was a great win.
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. You know, this what happened. I turned the game on, saw Ray Lewis come out do his little. I saw it. I said, oh yeah, we locked in. First drive. Oh yeah, run play. Should have been a one play touchdown. to Marquise Brown overthrown. Very next play. Sammy Watkins slipped, pick six. Can't get mad. I said, dang, rough start, but can't get mad. First quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Next drive, come down, this and that, boom, boom, boom. We end up putting. Third drive, we run. Get to the red zone. There was another pick to the same person. I said, when I tell you my heart dropped, I said, we're going to lose again. I was like, bruh. And then boom, scored. Man, y'all don't understand, bro. That Tyson Williams fumble and Devin Duvernay, he saved it.
That was clutch.
I thought I was about to. Man, listen. Sum it up. Second half, man. Second half, Lamar. Different. I'm going to tell you this. That pick that Mahomes threw, you got to go down with that. You got to go down with that. You sitting here trying to make a play, this and that. You got to go down with that because that saves a touchdown. We don't get a touchdown. I mean, you'd have to punt it regardless, but we had better field position.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro. 239 with a touchdown, 2 picks, 107 yards with 2 touchdowns on the side. Hollywood Brown, 113 with a touchdown. But man, let me tell you, what he's done everything that y'all said he can't do, right? He said he couldn't win an MVP, unanimous, right? Couldn't win a playoff game, won a playoff game. Couldn't beat the Chiefs, just beat the Chiefs. He couldn't lead a comeback. He just let a comeback in the same game. He let a comeback last year against the Colts, but we ain't talking about that. Nobody want to talk about that. We were trailing at halftime too. Man, listen.
How about Odafo Way with the fumble?
I was just about to get to him. My man.
He's been a great pick.
A great pick. I was seeing Orlando Brown before the game. He looked like he fired up. He looked like he locked in. Mm-hmm. Your pick was to get away. I appreciate you. I thank you for requesting a trade. Thank you. O-line didn't play bad either. O-line did their thing. They allowed no pressures. No pressures. I said, wow, we locked in. Maybe Ronnie, you need to learn to play right tackle because Villanueva, he was doing his thing. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Doc fell away. That was the biggest play of the game. That was the play of the game. Simple.
Mm.
You say to Lamar that the 4th and 1 was the play of the game. That strip was the play of the game by far. Because they were for sure about to score. We scored that touchdown. I said, that's too much time. All 3 timeouts, too. Too much time.
Yeah.
But that strip was huge, man. That was huge. But
I say this about the Chiefs' defense. That touchdown y'all scored. What was number 51 doing? It was a 3rd and goal. I saw Mark Andrews block. I was gonna blame the outside linebacker or the corner or DB, but Mark Andrews got a really good block on him up to the outside. So it was really up to number 51, and he fell for the read option. How do you fall for the read option with Lamar? You got to just let the running back go in himself. Lamar had a wide open lane after 51, fell for it, and did a front flip into the end zone.
That's
I mean,
tough.
like the Chiefs defense, they give up 30 plus points both games in each weeks. So, it takes a while for them to get going, but usually in the second half of the season, the Chiefs defense is pretty solid, but we got to see this year.
Definitely got to. Like I said, bro, as good as they are, we know what's up with them. People watch that game. They know their run defense sucks. Everybody better start running the ball against them. Time management. Man, listen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name some quarterbacks, and I'm gonna let you tell me, are they held to the same standard as Lamar when it's against Mahomes? Baker
All
Mayfield,
right, go ahead.
Baker Mayfield,
Not really. No, not really.
Josh Allen.
Only played him once.
Okay. Who was the
No,
last person?
twice.
There was somebody else.
Twice.
There was somebody else. Who else was it?
Like, this is your
Forgot who
fourth
was
game
it.
against it. Mahomes and Lamar's sequel, whatever you want to call it. This is
I
the
forgot who else.
fourth game.
Yeah, but nobody's held to a high expectation against Mahomes than Lamar. Nobody. You know why? Because Josh Allen, it's okay, he played the Chiefs, something happened with him, this and that. Or Baker, this and that, this
I
team
mean,
didn't
for the
show
Baker
up.
one, it's really, I think it's because the roster is not as good as the Ravens has been in the past. So it's Baker. I mean, the Browns, they weren't really like nothing special to look at. I mean, you can make an argument for Josh Allen and the Bills, but y'all rosters in the previous years has been better than both of their rosters.
Well,
But
there was no excuse for Baker to lose last week. No excuse.
Baker didn't play that bad last week though. Didn't Nick Chubb fumble? I think that's the big reason he fumbled in a clutch situation.
Man, but
And
what
the
if
Browns
Lamar
defense,
fumbled?
but that's not the same as Baker fumbling either.
What?
Because Baker didn't fumble. You talking about? I was talking about Nick Chubb. You
I
brought
know,
up a
but
quarterback.
I'm saying, what if Lamar fumbled, right? You saw what happened when Lamar fumbled.
But that's
On him.
but that's because Lamar's the quarterback and the play decider. Nick Chubb's job is literally to run the football and hold on to the ball. So Lamar fumbling, yeah, it will also be it'll be some fault because he does do a little bit extra moves that he shouldn't be doing. More than a normal quarterback would do.
Ryan Tannehill last week, he fumbled how many times?
He got clocked. Come on, he got
allowed
clocked.
some
He got
allowed
clocked.
some touchdowns. Why? Because of the O line. Everybody's like, "Oh, the O line, O line sold this and that." But when Lamar's O line sold, and he fumbles, Lamar fumbled. Lamar threw the game away. Lamar's overrated. This is that.
I mean,
How does that make
I
sense?
never said that.
How does that make sense to people out here watching? How does that make sense? I'm confused. Let me know.
Man.
Lamar, that's how you know Lamar is top. People ain't gonna say he top 5 because of the team, the type of his play style, the other stuff. But Mahomes, he's obviously the best. Rodgers, Wilson, Lamar.
Brady.
Right now,
it.
sure.
Stop
Right
it.
now, yeah.
All time, right now, whatever the case is.
Man, but listen, bro. Mind you, the team he had that beat them. 15 people on IR. We lost Brandon Williams in that game. We lost Deshaun Elliott in that game. And we still.
Yeah. I pulled it out.
Shows a lot, man. That shows a lot about Lamar. Hey, Coach, Lamar, you want to go for it? Hell yeah, Coach.
He has a skill talent to get it done.
Man, that's not a leader, man. I don't know. If that's not top 5 mentality, I don't know what is. What is? What's your definition of top 5? I'm confused on why Lamar isn't in your top 5.
Well, I mean,
Man,
if you want to go with the quarterbacks, I mean, you want to talk about team accomplishments, Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, that's 3 right there. I mean, Russell Wilson, that's 4. They all
team
got.
around them. They all got a team around them.
Lamar got a good team.
Right
Come on,
now?
the Ravens are a good
Right
team.
now? Right now.
I'm talking about just in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. In general, yeah. But right now, we're a hurt team. We're a good team. We're a hurt team.
Okay. I mean, that's not the quarterback's fault. I mean, Russell Wilson hasn't had a good O-line probably all of his career. Rodgers hasn't had a number 1 receiver until Adams, first-round draft pick receiver. My bad, a first-round draft pick receiver, or a defense since Clay Matthews and them. Mahomes, he got the weapons. He got to put up the points. If he doesn't put up the points, the defense ain't stopping nobody. I mean, like, every team has the little flaws. It depends what you want to put your money to when you're in a team. The Ravens, we all know Ravens go defense first. That's why y'all defense is so legit, but they're hurt. Injuries happen. They're hurt now. Offense, y'all offense. Actually, your offense has more injuries than your defense. Now I think about it. Your defense is banged up, but it's not as banged up as your offense.
Marcus Peters, losing him put a huge dent in our defense more than some people know. Because our DBs are getting burned up.
We saw against the Raiders.
Man, all I know is what I said last week, yo. I said, y'all play. You said, oh, y'all play the Chiefs next week, man. We'll be back. We'll talk about it. I said, I have a good feeling about it. I said, I got a good feeling about this game. Yeah, I almost got like 3 heart attacks. But hey,
all right,
we pulled it out. But hey, that's gonna wrap up this episode, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Let us know what you think down below. Is Lamar top 5? If he is, why? Let me know.
Week 3 Thursday night game, Panthers Texans. I think we both know who we're going with.
That was probably, I don't know how you have all these good primetime games and then you go there. Like, how you just.
Now, if Tyrod was playing, I think it would be good, but he's doubtful.
It'd be good, but he's doubtful.
And Sam Darnold has been balling.
Yeah.
We got an eye on him.
Oh, yeah. For
sure,
but
we'll talk about it next week, though.
We will. Week 3. And until next time, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace. Molly off the drum, I got purple.